Hey guys, Omari here again. So, I've been into this lately, tourism, and I live in the perfect place for that, Orlando, Florida. And I just wanted to talk to you about what you can do here and some of my own experiences here in Orlando. And yeah, stay tuned. Yeah, so the first place I want to talk about is Disney. Disney owns over 1 billion square feet here in Florida. Over 1 billion square feet, Walt Disney World. I looked it up, and their light bill is about at least about $1 million or more. I think a year or a month. I'm not sure about that. Um, so yeah, Disney. I went to Disney when we first moved here in Florida. Um, Years and years ago, '97. Well, actually, back up. I actually first visited Disney when I was visiting Florida before I moved here in '97. I remember going into the haunted houses, or going into the line of the haunted house and running away, running out of line because I was too scared. And I remember we didn't eat the food at Disney. We may have got a turkey leg, but the food at Disney is way, way, way overpriced, and it even was back then in the '90s. So we never bought the food at Disney. We used to bring our own food. And yeah, I just remember going there with my family, spending the day there, which I could never do today. Because I don't know, I think I'd get tired really quickly. And yeah, Disney pretty much is Orlando, is Florida. You know, there's two people you don't mess with in Florida: the gays and Disney. Another place is downtown Disney. I'm not sure exactly. I know downtown Disney's got to be downtown Orlando somewhere, but I haven't been there since I was a kid. So it's kind of a blur what that's like. I just watched it on YouTube. It's just a bunch of places to eat and places to bowl, and Starbucks is down there. You know, little taco places, places where you can eat beignets. I haven't been to downtown Disney since I was a kid, so I'm not sure. I haven't been. I just watched it on YouTube. But yeah, that downtown Disney isn't really my favorite because it's pretty boring to me. That's just my opinion. If you come to Orlando and you have nothing to do, downtown Disney is another option. Uh, yeah. And they have Icon Park. That's a place to walk where you walk around, and it's sort of like downtown Disney, just a lot of eateries and basically a bunch of eateries. And they have the Orlando Eye, which is a humongous Ferris wheel, just like the one in London. It's pretty much the same thing as the one in London. It's just called the Orlando Eye. Uh, but yeah, this is all tourist stuff. So that's Icon Park. I've been to Icon Park, I think, one time, and I met some friends, and we ate food at a restaurant, and that was the only time I've ever been to Icon Park. Yeah. Another place I used to frequent a lot is Universal. Universal Studios, Florida, both parks. Um, they have Universal and Disney in California, but I've never been to the Universal and Disney in California because I've never been to California. I'm sure they're just as nice. Um, I'm sure they're pretty similar. So Universal Studios, I had a friend who worked there because I worked in the other park, Islands of Adventure. Maybe when I was about 15 or 16, I worked there. I worked there twice, and they're pretty cool. To me, it's different than Disney. It's not as kiddie as Disney World is, in my opinion. I used to work at the Kodak Picture Center on the ride Jurassic Park, and yeah, I worked for them 2 different times. I basically used to stand behind the counter and sell 5x10s, I think it was, and 8x10s. Yeah, that was way back when I used to work there. It was in basically in the Jurassic Park ride at Islands of Adventure. When you were at the last part of the ride, you went down a hill, and you splash, and water got all over you. And on the way down, it takes your picture. So that's pretty much what I was working on. The part I was working at, where they take your picture, and it was a pretty good job. Not a bad job. I liked it. I wasn't actually working for Universal the first time. I'm working for Universal, but really I'm working for Kodak. Well, it was both times. So I was kind of working for Universal, but Kodak is who paid me. I worked at Universal. Yeah, so that's how that went. You also have the convention center is another thing to do. And every November they have a really nice car show where they have a lot of nice exotic cars. I've been to that in the past, maybe 2 times. It's just a car show. A bunch of cars you've never seen before. Cars hooked up, some just really expensive. Depends. That's all I really know about the convention center. I don't know too much about it. But you could look it up if you're on your way to Orlando. You could look up what they do at the convention center. Personally, from my own experience, was a car show. And they charge you admission to get in. And you just walk around, and I think you could sit in some of the cars. But that's my experience with the convention center. Then you have iDrive. You have iDrive's the most famous, I believe, street in Orlando. Everyone knows iDrive. You got putt golf, mini golf. There was Wet n Wild on International Drive back in the day. Again, I haven't been to iDrive in a while. I know there's tons of hotels on iDrive. So if you're looking if you come with your spouse, you got somewhere to stay. Big selection of hotels. Yeah, and that's pretty much Orlando to me. If I forgot anything, don't cancel me. Thank you.